I read this book yesterday, Kensuke's Kingdom, and I am now a massive Michael Morpurgo fan. Michael Morpurgo, you probably heard of him. He's the guy who wrote War Horse, which got turned into a film and a play, a stage show, and so many other things. Absolutely brilliant. This is the story of a boy who he goes around the world with his parents on a little yacht called the Peggy Sue. And that happens because his dad loses his job, so he sold the car. He has some savings, and all his life he's dreamt about it. So after a few arguments, they'll agree on it. It's him, his dog, and the dog is called Stella Artois, his mum and his dad. Absolutely brilliant. So he gets washed up on a desert island. It's about how he survives, what it's like. And Kensuke is a man who already lives on a desert island. And this is where it gets really interesting because it's about the eventual relationship between these two. And does he escape from the desert island? I won't tell you. It's too good a story to ruin. It's just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's 150 odd pages. I read it in one sitting. It's that good. And now I'll read all of his books. The interesting thing about Michael Morpurgo is his stories are generally based on reality. So Kensuke's Kingdom, is a guy who lives on the island that the main character gets washed up on. The main character's name is Michael. And eventually they get to know each other. Now it's based on the story, it's not a story, it's the history of a soldier, a Japanese soldier I'd read about before. I've forgotten his name though, but it's listed in here because at the back of the book, Kensuke's Kingdom is based on the real story of a soldier called Shoichi Yokoi, who was part of the Japanese army, and he was in the jungle in Burma. He didn't realise, was it Burma? I have to read that again. He didn't realise the war was over, so when he was eventually discovered, he'd been staying in the jungle for 30, 40 years, and his family had to convince him that it was over, because nobody had told him. So Kensuke, you find out, is based on him, and he lives on the island. It's an absolutely beautiful book. The language, I want to talk about language as well. Obviously it's written in English, but what I mean by that is he writes proper books. This reminds me of the books I read when I was a kid, because now you pick up books and it's all about Captain Fart a lot, or Captain Piss Pants, or Bogies, or it's all just so stupid. Generally written by celebrities. Well, you're a celebrity, people will buy the book if you buy it, because publishing houses don't want to take risks anymore. It's like Hollywood, all the films are the same now, all the films are crap, because it's about, well, we know this will sell. So you don't get those independent films, or films where people take risks and they actually develop characters. Oh, we don't want characters, we want good looking people with huge, but this is a proper storybook. It draws you in. There's words in here which most children won't know because they've grown up reading all those idiotic books written by comedians or celebrities or whatever. Have someone in it called Farthead. Great idea, that will sell millions. Crap books. Really good book, this. And not dumbed down. The language, it's not hard language. It's not highbrow, or it's not like an academic paper, but just proper English, speaking in proper English. People I know around me, the parents of children who go to certain schools, and people about my age and everything, and you hear the way they speak, and you think, hang on, English is your first language. Why is your English so poor? Do you not read? Oh no, they do, but they read books by, not writers, celebrities. And this is written in an engaging, easy to read style, but it's not dumbed down. It's absolutely brilliant. This guy is now, I've only read one of his books, but he's now one of my favourite writers. So, yeah, Michael Morpurgo, Kensuke's Kingdom, absolutely brilliant. I also learned in here that Robinson Crusoe was based on the true story of, I think it was a Russian soldier washed up to sea. Well, washed up to sea? That doesn't make sense. Shipwrecked Russian soldier. Or that he'd been abandoned there by... I read it all. I finished this quite late last night. The story is incredible. Even the last line, I remember the last line because the last line hits you. It's like, oh wow. That's how well it's written. Michael Morpurgo, Kensuke's Kingdom. Let me read you the back. I disappeared on the night before my 12th birthday. That's Michael. Cast away after a terrible accident, Michael is washed up on a desert island with no food, no water, and only his dog Stella Artois for company. But can he survive? And is he really alone? Kensuke's Kingdom, first published in 1999, immediately established itself as a spellbinding classic of children's literature. Or even if you're an adult, it's absolutely superb. 10 out of 10, definitely read it. And lucky for me, my daughters and my wife, because my wife teaches English, have got loads more books of Michael Morpurgo. So I think this one is called Little Manfred. There was another one,
Adolphus Tips.
Adolphus Tips, thank you, which I'll probably read today and no doubt be reviewing. Hope you enjoyed that. Go read some Michael Morpurgo.